Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, on Tuesday, we'll be broadcasting from Farm Science Review, courtesy of Homan Incorporated. Stop by and see them at 611 Swine Avenue. Wednesday, we'll be at Farm Science Review thanks to Morton Buildings. Stop out and see Morton Buildings at 516 Land Avenue. Well, results are in from the first of its kind survey about farm stress in Ohio. Get a preview of the results of the Ohio Agriculture Mental Health Alliance's Farm Stress Survey, including what is stressing farmers out and how they maintain their mental wellness. That's coming up Thursday from Farm Science Review. We'll begin with Dale. He has an update from the Ohio corn and wheat growers.
Joining me is Tad Nicholson from Ohio Corn and Wheat. And Tad, our update this time to talk about is the crop that's out there. The economy's not the greatest, and as we look at overall demand, it's a challenge. How do we look at moving this corn crop and looking at future intentions for farmers to continue to plant corn?
Farmers know that we do business in agriculture based on relationships, and that's no different if you're a corn buyer in Ohio or a corn buyer in Japan. And so we bring those corn buyers over here to show them who's growing the crop, what their family's like, what their grain system's like, what their equipment's like. They need to know who's growing that, and it matters worldwide. So bringing a trade team in, foreign customers into the United States so we can give them a tour around. It's one of our favorite things to do. We get them out there on the farm. Farmers love to talk to them, and they love to talk to farmers. So, yeah, that's a very important part of the U.S. Grains Council strategy to increase trade around the world.
Not trying to throw you a curve, but how many of the international customers have asked a farmer what your carbon score is?
They're very curious about this. I mean, it's worldwide. It's not just being talked about here in the United States. This is a worldwide concern, sustainability in general, but it leads to a low carbon intensity score type of a conversation if you get down in the weeds. But everybody is focused on sustainability everywhere around the world.
And thank you, Tad Nicholson, Ohio Corn and Wheat.
Dale, Tad, thank you. Well, this is National Farm Safety and Health Week.
Don't learn safety by accident. While the theme of this year's National Farm Safety and Health Week, Dan Eden of the National Education Center for Agricultural Safety notes the word accident is a misnomer.
Because accident, in most people's mind, mean that there's nothing that could have been done to prevent it. So we're trying to get the words across of preventable incident.
Hence, preventable incident is also part of the theme, in parentheses, for Farm Safety and Health Week this third week of September.
That's the overarching theme for the week. But then there's daily themes. Monday is equipment and rural roadway safety. Tuesday is health and wellness. Wednesday is generations, talking from kids to grandparents farming. Thursday is confined spaces, grain bins, manure pits. Friday is actually reporting ag injuries.
More information is available online at www.necasag.org. Click the link to National Farm Safety and Health Week. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Well, as farmers wrap up the current crop year and begin planning for 2025, one of the more crucial first steps in preparing for a successful crop season is securing farm leasing arrangements. In the Midwest, farm lease negotiations typically begin in August and ramp up as fall sets in. While cash rental rates have gradually risen in recent years, Farmers National Company says the current market environment suggests uncertainty is on the horizon. As commodity prices and farm income are expected to fall, FNC anticipates that most leases for 2025 will either remain steady or see a modest decrease. The markets are next.
Soybeans grown in Ohio and across the heartland are meeting the feedstock demand for clean fuels. Biodiesel is a clean-burning and reliable fuel that enhances engine life, power, and mileage. Plus, this high-performance fuel works in any diesel engine without modification. With biodiesel, we fuel the economy, do good for the environment, and support soybean farmers. Learn how using biodiesel can add value to every bushel of soybeans grown at soyohio.org.
While you're out at the Farm Science Review this year, be sure to stop out and see the Ohio's Country Journal and Ohio AgNet crew at our Red Barn located at the corner of Corn and Market. You can visit with our team, enjoy some freshly popped popcorn, and get some free giveaways and renew your Ohio's Country Journal subscription for a chance to win a giant TV. There will be games for the whole family, and you can watch a live recording of our Ohio AgNet podcast and the midday and afternoon broadcast from the Farm Science Review. We'll be visiting with folks from Home and Equipment, Morton Buildings, and even talking mental health. That's at this year's Farm Science Review. Be sure to stop out and say hello.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, December corn 4.10 3/4, down 2 1/2. March corn 4.29 1/4, down 1 3/4. November soybeans 10.04 1/2, down 1 3/4. January beans 10.23 1/2, down 1 1/4. December wheat 5.78 1/2, down 16 1/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, October cattle 177.22, down 42 cents. October hogs 79.92, up $1.47. October feeder cattle 239 even, down 12 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.